Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Justin, and today I'm going to be talking to you about wholesaling, what it is exactly, and then I'm going to take you step by step through that entire process because I know a lot of you guys are newer and you don't really know even what it is. So stay tuned, hope you enjoy, but actually before I get into the video, do me a favor, click the subscribe button and then leave me a comment down below just letting me know that you subscribe, and I'm going to do my best to reply to all of you guys. So stay tuned and hope you enjoy the video. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about is wholesaling and what it even is. So all wholesaling is, I'm going to give you a broad overview of it, but essentially you're going to find a motivated seller and you're going to make an offer on their property. Say you offer $100,000 for their home and they accept that offer. So you offer $100,000, they accept the offer, now you're under contract for $100,000. So from there, you take that contract, you're going to go to your investor buddies that you know, and you're going to say, who wants to buy this from me for more? Maybe you won $10,000. And if it's a good deal, people are going to say, yeah, I'll buy that for you for $110,000. And all that happens is that you're under contract for $100,000, they're going to take it over for $110,000, and that difference right there, that $10,000 difference, that's what you make out of it. Now that's a really, really broad overview, and I'm going to go step by step and explain what I mean and by all that. But that $10,000, that's your assignment fee or your wholesale fee. That's what the wholesaler makes. And let me take you step by step because I know that might still be a little bit confusing if you're brand new to real estate. So first thing I'm going to explain is motivated sellers and how do you even find them. So a motivated seller that is willing to sell their home at a discount, that is the person that you need to talk to start wholesaling. And to find that person, they have to be in some type of distress, and distress meaning they need to sell their home right away, and they need money, they need cash, and it could be for a variety of reasons. I mean, they could be behind on their taxes and they're about to lose their home. They could be in a foreclosure and the bank's about to take their home from them. They could have just inherited the property and they just don't want to deal with the tenants that are still there. They could be a tired landlord. Just a bunch of different reasons. But these are people who just want to sell their home right away, and you got to find them. Because if you don't find them, you're never going to be able to wholesale a deal and get something under contract. And that's the first step. I mean, how you do it, I mean, I'll make another video for that, but that's the first step. You got to find a motivated seller, because if you don't, all of this, everything I'm going to explain next, will kind of mean nothing and be pointless. So step number one, find the motivated seller. From there, once you find that motivated seller, next step is to talk to them, build rapport, and then make them an offer for their home. And it has to be an offer that's at a pretty good discount. So how big of a discount? It really depends on your market, but massive discount. So say a home is worth, and this is like, say a home after you would fix it up would be worth $200,000. That $200,000, that's called an after repair value or an ARV. You hear that a lot in real estate, and that's what it is. It's when people fix up a home, and that's what the home is going to be worth after fixing up, after repair value. So say a home's worth $200,000. Often in real estate, people want to, I mean, again, depends on your market, but kind of a golden number is people like to buy properties for 70% of that ARV minus whatever repairs there are. So you take the ARV, the $200,000, 70% of $200,000 is what, $140,000, and then say it takes $20,000 of work. So you're at $140,000, $20,000 of work, which means you want to buy the property at $120,000. Now that's usually the most that an investor will pay for the property, so the person that would buy the contract from you. Which means if you want to make money on it, you got to buy it for less. So if you know other investors out there that are wanting to buy a property for $120,000, that $200,000 ARV property, you're trying to get it under contract for less, and the less you get it under contract for, the bigger the assignment fee you're going to get. So that's kind of the next step, is make them the offer, make them a low offer, but they have to be happy with it. And it's not just about negotiating the lowest possible. I know that makes you the most money. But the idea of wholesaling and investing in real estate is helping the sellers and listening to them. So they will tell you what their pain points are, and they'll tell you what they want for the property. And it has to be a win-win situation for both. You're not trying to kind of rip off the seller. You're wanting to give them a price that they're comfortable with and that you're comfortable with paying for. So that's the next step. Once you make them that offer, and once they have it, once it's like fully under contract, meaning you offer and they accept it, from there you take that contract, and before going and bring it to another buyer, you actually have to take it to an escrow company. Now, take it to a local escrow company, and you tell the escrow company, here's the contract, and you might not even know what the heck to do, but you take it to the escrow company, and from there, they put it in escrow, and you can negotiate with the seller of how long you want escrow to be. It might be 2 weeks, it might be 3 weeks, it might be a month. Just kind of depends on the situation, what you and the seller agree upon. But say it is a month-long escrow, a 30-day escrow. You take it to the escrow company, they put it into escrow for 30 days, which means at the end of the 30 days, the person that you're going to wholesale it to, they're going to be owners of the house, and you're going to be getting your assignment fee on day 30. Now, once you take it to escrow, they put it under contract, you write in, oh no, I'm sorry, ignore that part. So now you have it under escrow, and once it's under escrow, that is when you take your contract and you go to your investor buddies and you say, hey, who wants to buy this for me for more? I'm just assigning the rights to the contract. Now, once it is in escrow, you take the contract, you bring it to your investor friends, and you tell them, who wants to buy this from me for more? And say someone comes and saying, hey, I will buy this, or I will take over this contract for you for $110,000, which is a $10,000 difference from the $100,000 number. And you say, cool, you have them sign which is called an assignment agreement. So there's two different contracts that you need to worry about. One is the actual purchase agreement, which is what you offer the seller, and the second one is the assignment agreement, and that's what you have the new buyer, the person taking over the contract, that's what they sign, and that's what you sign. So that's the second contract, the assignment agreement. That's kind of where it lines out your assignment fee and what you're going to be paid for wholesaling it. So say they do take over for $110,000, what the assignment contract will say, it's going to say is that this new buyer, they're going to take over the contract that you had, and they're going to pay you a $10,000 assignment fee. And that's the agreement. So once you have the assignment agreement, you take it to escrow again, or the new one to escrow. You tell your escrow officer, hey, we're assigning this, we're going to be the wholesaler in this transaction, here's our assignment fee, and they'll take care of the rest. And you just keep following up with them and checking up with them to make sure that they know that you're going to get paid the assignment fee at the end of the escrow. So from there, once you have both the purchase agreement and the assignment agreement in escrow, and you know that the seller, the new buyer, and the escrow officer is all kind of on the same page, then you just kind of wait for escrow to close, and once it closes, you get paid. And honestly, there are a lot of other things that happen during escrow, where it's like further negotiations and whatnot. But that's kind of just how it works. That's where you get paid. You get paid on the close of escrow. I will say this, though. This is a disclaimer. I should have mentioned this before, but kind of no matter where you're at, if you're planning to do this, make sure your initial offer has two things. This is to protect you as a wholesaler, and this is specifically for the people who are trying to wholesale real estate with no money in their pocket. This will protect you. So if you offer on the property, make sure that the name of the buyer or the purchaser in the contract says, say it was me, I would say Justin and or assignee. That kind of reserves the right for you to assign the property to someone else. Because if not, then you're kind of stuck with having to buy the property, and if you didn't have any money, it's kind of an issue there. The second thing I want you to have in these contracts, this purchase agreement, would be an inspection contingency. This lets you kind of keep the right to back out of the deal after further inspections. And it also, honestly, it's kind of there for, say you didn't find another buyer to take over the contract to wholesale to, then you're thinking, well, what happens now? If I back out, like, do I have the ability to back out? And that's what the inspection contingency clause is kind of for. I mean, technically it's for inspections, but it leaves you the right to back out of the deal and kind of like remove yourself from liability. But I'm not a lawyer. It's not legal advice. I'm just sharing you what I know, and take it for what it's worth, because this channel is for entertainment. I'm going to say that right there. It's not legal advice. But yeah, if you need help finding a contract in your area, you can kind of go two different routes. I mean, you could talk to other investors in your area that you know, and if you don't know any, find a realtor. The realtor might direct you to other investors to share their contracts, or they can kind of represent you. But kind of do what works for you. But the main thing is you got to find a deal, and to find a deal, you have to talk to motivated, distressed property owners. But that is wholesaling in a nutshell. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and do me another favor if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel and then leave me a comment below letting you know you've subscribed. And also give me any feedback on the channel. I mean, I want to improve, I want to make good content for you guys, and yeah, just let me know what you think. So, hope you enjoyed. Thanks so much for listening.